Welcome, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent Love, my co-host, J-Bone. J-Bone, say hello to these people on episode number 97 of Time Machine Tuesday of the TNI Throwback. J-Bone, take it away.
97. Can't wait. I got to say, and please pardon me, I have a pesky fly that's actually trying to survive this winter in my office, and it's really pissing me off.
J-Bone versus the fly is going to be a meme.
Live, and if I hit my camera, I'm apologizing early.
So, Bonifer, where are you with the J-Bone versus the fly meme? Here we go.
Right?
Come on, Bonifer. This is a Zach Bonifer. We're setting up Bonifer here with a great meme. J-Bone versus the fly.
Just put me on the sexy picture with Jeff Goldblum or something like that. Kick back on the chair like, sup, bitches,
Absolutely. J-Bone, we have done this for 97 weeks. You and I are coming up on 2 years of doing this together.
Crazy.
And, remember, guys, the asylum ends on 1/11. We're at 97. This is June 2nd, 2004. They're hyping Orlando's debut on June 4th, which is 2 days after this.
Right.
Now, I didn't watch that one. I was going to try to. I didn't get a chance to. But they are going to Orlando, and they mentioned it on this episode. They hyped it enough. But this is it. They're officially putting a foot in the door of Florida at this point.
Yeah,
so
it's the transfer has started. It's
it's an interesting time in Impact Wrestling right here. At this point in time, it's very, very interesting. So
it is.
Yeah,
I'm excited to watch, because I don't remember exactly when I started watching the Fox or Sports, whatever,
Yeah, Fox Sports Net.
Fox Sports Net. I don't remember exactly when I started watching those, but like my first episode watching them kicked off with a Roderick Strong versus AJ Styles. So I don't know if
wasn't that the opener?
I don't know if that's post pay-per-view, like the Jeff versus Jeff thing, or what. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure where that falls in there. But that's like my first memory.
I gotta check. I thought that. No, the opener is something else. Hold on. I'll tell you what, interestingly enough, the dark match on that one is Desire, Pat Kenny, and Sonny Siaki against the New York Connection. That's the dark match on that one.
Match.
Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest feuds of this episode. Why would they make that? Oh, whatever.
Yeah. And the Heavy Metal versus Kaz is
so that's going to be on Explosion, I'm guessing. Then.
Yes, that's an Explosion.
Okay.
So is Heavy Metal and Kaz. And then you have the opener, I guess, is Team International, Red Sanjay, Hector Garza against Team Canada. And then it's a bit Shark Boy, AMW and versus Kid Kash and Dallas. AJ versus Sabin, Skipper, Michael Shane. And then another dark match. Now, this one was interesting. I remember seeing this on a DVD. They taped it in Orlando. Ron Killings against versus Abyss, Dave versus David Young versus Glenn Gilberti versus Johnny Swinger versus Kaz versus Monty Brown versus Pat Kenny versus Raven versus Sabu versus Sonny Siaki in a dark gauntlet match.
Jiminy Christmas.
It was wild. Very wild.
Take a breath.
The first one. It's the first episode of Impact Wrestling. This, by all means, it's a great card. The first episode of the Impact Wrestling you people watch today on Access TV kicked off with the main event being a fatal four-way of AJ. I'm not counting the dark gauntlet.
Right.
That AJ, Sabin, Elix, and Michael Shane. Michael Shane, again, he's another guy who's a big part of Impact Wrestling. Totally forgotten. Totally forgotten in the lexicon of Impact Wrestling.
Well,
nobody cares.
That's the thing is, once he left Impact, I don't know where, because I mean, how many people from Impact leave Impact and eventually go to greener pastures up north, whatever you want to call it.
Quite a few have gone there, right? Quite a few go to WWE.
But that's one person, and I don't know where Michael Shane went. And I he was one of my favorites back in 2004, 2005.
Does anybody know? You know who's a big fan of it? I want to say it's Bree Summers, who's a patron of ours and a listener of the show, and she's a big Impact fan and online and everything. Bree, if you're listening, if you know I thought you were a big Michael Shane fan. If I'm wrong, let me know. But Brian with the super sticker. Brian, did you get a new Twitter account or did you get hacked? So I got a new Twitter account following me from you, but the bio, I knew it was Brian because it says "Love Weed" in the bio again. And I'm like, it must be him.
But it's an actual face. I'm like, is that what Brian looks like?
Well, the last one was a face too. I met Brian. I just saw Brian. Okay. I just saw him at AAW the other day too.
I'm so used to seeing this, because I'm not on Twitter much. I'm not. So thank you, Brian.
Thank you, brother. He was just at AAW. Came up to me. It was great to see Brian. He went and had a little weed break before the main event. I'm sure. Brian, J-Bone. Look at this. PBR, who will put you through college, non-alcoholic. NA, PBR.
Nice. Yeah, huh? I just bought a 12-pack of the regular stuff. It's sitting in my fridge. I'm gonna crack one open sometime later this week.
Non-alcoholic. I don't drink the booze.
You don't.
I do. Yeah,
not. Trust me, folks. We'll get to the review in a minute. So I actually bought a 12-pack of Pabst, and we were at the vape place where my wife goes in Butler, which is a very small town just east of Brookfield, just a hop, skip, and a jump across the way. And so while she's talking to the vape guys about, what juice should I pick up today, and whatever vape conversation happens, and I just kind of like step away, and I'm like, all right, I'll pick up a little bit of this and a little bit of that, maybe an energy drink or something.
Yeah.
And I was just wandering around their beer section, and I saw that they had from El Segundo Beer Company, Stone Cold Steve Austin's IPA.
Oh, you got beer. It. You found it. That's a hard find around up here, you know?
Yeah, you gotta really look for it. It's so I bought a 4-pack. I've never had it before. I haven't had an IPA in a long time. So I bought some Pabst and I bought some El Segundo Stone Cold Steve Austin beer.
Nice. Eric, thank you very much for the super sticker as well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Much love, brother.
Much love, man. Look at that. J-Bone, guys, is basically what he's trying to tell you guys. He's going to get hammered this week. He is the first week of the year. He's getting hammered. J-Bone?
No, I can't. I just like to have a little beer once in a while because you get old, now you've developed this, or now guess what? You're getting old and now you've developed that.
Mayor wants you to give him a hell yeah, Jay. Let's give him a good old hell yeah here. Give him a hell yeah. Come on. Give him a hell yeah.
I went down to El Segundo and I got me a 4-pack of Steve Weisers. Hell yeah.
There you go. There's your hell yeah from old Jay Bronski. Nice, J-Bone. Very cool. Well, guys, Bill is not here. He worked. I think he just got off of work. Bill has worked late today. So he's all beat up. So he's not going to join us today, but we'll be doing the throwback.
He just got done making like 15 towns.
Yeah, he just got back from like 78 indie shows. So Bill is beat. But it was a good week, guys. A busy week for me. I had AAW on Thursday last week. Basically being called the show of the year, the match of the year, Ruby Riott and Josh Alexander. Absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best matches I've ever seen live. Hands down. Storytelling like you wouldn't believe.
We got to review that, brother.
Yes, absolutely. I'm down to do it. And if you can't get me, please go ahead and get Truck in there with you to do it. Because it was a great show. I don't
know if Truck watched it because I actually did the streaming in the Discord as opposed to he did. Yeah, I did it. Okay. I ordered. Yeah, I wanted to because I hadn't seen your shows in a while, so I wanted to. Support the brand.
Did you see what Russ Jones did to Coda? What the hell's his name? Coda James.
Coda, yeah.
He apparently the same thing they did in Wisconsin, but
yes.
But the finisher looked brutal. The finisher was new. The finisher I heard was new.
I'd have to go back and watch, but it was basically a replay of what they did at Blizzard Brawl in Wisconsin. So I popped for that big time. I'm like, oh my God, we're getting it again. I don't even care. I love this.
The finisher looked so brutal. Like the way he whipped him over, I was like, oh my God. I went up to Coda afterwards.
Poor
I go, are you okay? Like I'm serious. I'm like, are you okay? Like I mean, don't work me, kid. Are you all right? Like seriously, that kid's good. He's a heat magnet, man. Coda Jacobs, fun. Is that right? Coda Jacobs?
I believe that's what it is. Yeah,
I like him. I like old Russ too. But anyway, we digress. Let's get into this. Let's get into the throwback, guys. This is so we're gonna do episode number 97 of the 111 Asylum series. This is the debut of the infamous King of the Mountain. This is where Jeff Jarrett got his nickname. Yes. This becomes a staple of the company. I mean, this King of the Mountain is a staple. It was going to come back last year, I believe, before the pandemic took out, or 2 years ago now, before the pandemic ruined everything. So it's going to come back. I'm sure it'll still come back at some point. But the King of the Mountain is a synonymous match with TNA Impact Wrestling. So this is the debut of it. This is a Vince Russo creation. It is the debut of it. And we get to see it. It's interesting. And I thought this was a great first one too. I really loved it. And
this whole episode, I absolutely loved this. I mean, some of these I'm like, I just kind of watch them, you know, because it's what we're doing, you know. But sure. This one, between what happened last episode with all the X Division stuff, and now this one, with all the titles on the line and the new storylines, and the King of the Mountain, the King of the Mountain match. My God, what an absolutely horribly beautiful train wreck of a match.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell you, but the crowd all night, man, on this episode, hot, super hot. I love the crowd on this. They were popping for everything. It's like everything you can ask for as a wrestling booker or as a wrestling promoter from a fan. They gave it to you. I mean, they were just into fucking everything, man. I was like, damn, I could just, I thank you. I'd be like, man, thanks, guys. You know, like I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much because you really came out for this one. So I appreciate what you guys are doing here because they really delivered. And I thought as a fan watching it, I loved it. I was like, man, this is cool. Like they're popping for everything, man.
Yeah, it made you feel like anyone could have won that match because they were gonna die trying. Especially guys like AJ Styles. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. No dark matches on this one to report. You know, and something, Jay, I wish we would have done from the beginning because that site, prowrestling.fandom.com, with the results that we use sometimes, they note the dark matches. I wish we were doing the dark match notations from the beginning, which we didn't do. We started doing it recently. But this one, no dark matches. None noted on this one. I think they were saving everything for Orlando on this. So, because technically, I'll tell you what, they taped Orlando the next day. Actually, they did not tape it on. It wasn't a live show. They taped it on Thursday.
Oh,
and they aired it on.
Okay.
Taped it on Thursday, edited, and then they aired it Friday. That was the debut episode. It wasn't, obviously, it wasn't a live show, so they edited it Friday. Yeah. But a good card. Definitely check that one out. Yes. If we see our boy in here, if we see our boy Sabanite in here, he can lend some of the insight because I'm sure he'd have some real great insight on the first King of the Mountain. But Wild Style, we did not do any news today. News will be done on Thursday on the flagship show. No news today.
Yeah, well, we know there was some big news that dropped today regarding Access TV and stuff, but we didn't talk about it. So
here, I'll put it out there like that. Look at that. There you go. I got the topical clothing on. How about that? You see what I'm wearing there?
Nice.
There you go. There's your topical clothing of the news. New Japan going back to Access TV. Jay and Bill will expand on it more on Access TV Post Access TV on Thursday. They'll talk about it during the watch along.
I'm psyched because I'm really curious as to what they're all going to be showing.
Yeah.
As far as content.
Yes. Yeah. I'm curious too. But what's up, everybody, man? Wild Style, Chris, Eric, Jason, Eric, Punk, Eric, Zach, Mayor. Who else?
Yeah, nice little audience.
Brian. Tonight's nice. We started on time. That's why somewhat. Terrence, Cody, everybody. Paul's in here. Man, everybody's in here tonight. The gang's all out. So hopefully Sabanite shows up. I love when Sabanite's on because he was in the fucking crowd for all these shows. That's the best part. All right, let's get started, guys. This is NWA-TNA number 97, June 2nd, 2004. Now, I was on my buddy Dave's couch, and this is the summertime, so we probably went light. We probably went sandwiches. Dave is set to sandwiches. Dave is set to join us on episode 100. Now, heads up, guys, I am out the next 2 weeks. I'll be on the island of Hawaii, so I'll be out the next 2 weeks. Now, this is granted I can pass a COVID test next Sunday, this coming Sunday that they let me on. But I'll be back on the 25th to do another episode, and then that'll be 98, and then 99 will be the first. So 100 it's set to be February 8th. Dave is set to join us for that one. So,
there you go.
Yeah. So
cool.
All right.
Well, just stay in your closet. You won't catch nothing.
I got a heavy show on Saturday. This is recipe for disaster, man.
you better put up that mesh something in front of the stage, bro.
I know. But yeah, I'm looking to get laid by flowers, Zach. Hey, Wild Style playing basketball or college ball at South Carolina State. Look at this. We got some stars over here, huh? Look at this.
Wow.
I want to know more about Wild Style. Wild Style, put some more factoids about your life in here. I want to know more about this. But all right, J-Bone. June 2nd, 04. What the hell is going on in your life? 2004. You got to start remembering some of these things, J-Bone.
It's a blur, dude. It's a total blur.
You keep drinking like you're drinking like Steve Austin. It's gonna stay a blur. You gotta go with the non-alcoholic beer, J-Bone. Brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon, non-alcoholic beer.
We're gonna get the sponsor too. We're gonna get the sponsor. I tell you that the NA is hard to find. It's hard to find. I'm gonna have to go to some of these like big box places. That or I'll ask this other little joint where we do all the vape shopping. Yeah. I shouldn't say we. My wife does. I don't vape. I can't. Unless I start doing some CBD stuff for my.
Right. That CBD stuff's not bad, man.
Aches and pains. The guy we talked to actually recommended. I know we're so off the rails.
This is so true. This statement here. When life was normal back then, man.
Right. He recommended that I not do the vaping stuff and just go with more edibles. It's more boom right in your system.
My buddy Cody works for a brewing company called Mars Brewing in Chicago. Anybody's had Mars beer? It's become one of the most up and coming beers in the country. Mars also does seltzers that have CBD infusion in them. CBD seltzers. J-Bone, I'm telling you, man, and it's all legal. It's all CBD only. I had some, and I had some, and dude, I slept like a baby. I never believed the hype on this shit. I told you about my wrist. I had a horrible tendonitis in my wrist.
Right.
I used CBD balm that the nurse got me from Whole Foods. There was a CBD 1,500 milligram on my wrist. It fixed it better than 5 sessions of physical therapy that I paid over $1,000 for.
Amazing.
A $20 fucking can of CBD balm fixed this more than a physical therapy did. So I am all about the CBD. I think it works. I will fully endorse it. Any listeners, you guys ever had any experience with this? Put it in the chat. By the way, this CBD segment brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon. When you want a non-alcoholic refreshing drink at 10:36 p.m. at night while you're doing a podcast, Pabst Blue Ribbon non-alcoholic for all your sensory needs. That's the show.
The next one will be brought to you by El Segundo, baby.
Mir over here. It sounds like an eye chart over here. IPA, CBD, ABC, 1, 2, 3. And here's Mark. Of course, Mark is going to be like, y'all full of shit, smoke the real shit. fuck that, a bunch of pussies.
I can't smoke.
I'm sure Mark and then Brian's gonna be like, fuck y'all bitches smoke the real stuff. See her, I told you.
My man
thing.
He enjoys the salad.
Tater salad. That green salad.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, so you like that voice though, huh? I'm gonna start doing more of that, huh? I'll start doing more of that. Like this segment of Total Nonstop Impact brought to you by CBD, the legal alternative to marijuana.
I just love saying El Segundo because it reminds me of one of my favorite
Sanford and Son.
But what?
Sanford and Son reference?
No.
Oh.
No.
He used to say
I'm old, but I didn't watch a lot of, well, I did watch some Sanford and Son back in the day.
He was every time he would reference like something like weird, he'd be like, man, that's the last time I went to El Segundo, god dang, or some shit like they'd always be like,
no, it's I left my wallet in El Segundo is oh damn, I could hear these guys. They're one of the biggest rap artists that came out of the 90s.
Can't remember.
I can't.
This proves that elderly abuse in this country is at an all-time high, but it looks like so much fun.
It's so much fun. I love that ending. I left my wallet in El Segundo.
Hey, I just got word direct from Mark, and by proxy, Mark's hot wife. Mark is a very hot.
Here we go. Tribe Called Quest. Thank you, brother.
Terrence, my man, Terrence coming through.
Terrence knows.
Mark just sent by proxy, and hot wife. Mark is a very hot wife. Mark is saying he wants a special shout out to Eric Dehoff, to his Punk Trace in the chat here. Punk sent him, or Punk Nova in the chat, and I changed his name, for sending Mark a signed 8x10 of Santana Garrett, direct from Santana Garrett. Thank you.
Oh, nice,
Eric, Eric is very generous with that. He always sends us, he always gets his autographs from the ladies, and he's got me an Allie Rex. I got an Allie Rex one over here. I got my Allie Rex autograph from Eric right there. Thank you very much. He's always teasing me though. He's like, I love me Amber Nova. He loves Amber Nova. I love Amber Nova. I got a big old crush on Amber Nova. Think she's gorgeous. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna send you an Amber Nova autograph poster. He's like, let me know what the nurse says when she sees you have an Amber Nova. I'm like, damn, man, you're gonna get me in trouble over here.
Dude, I have so much Amber Nova, like, it's ridiculous.
Look, Amber Nova's beautiful. I mean, she should get out of wrestling and go be a model. She is gorgeous. She needs to get out of wrestling and just be a model.
Right?
She's like wasting her time in wrestling. That girl is beautiful. Absolutely. But Keith's in here. What's up, Terrence? Thank you again. Randy, what's happening? Buckshot's in here. Here it is, my man. That's the legend is here. Sabanite, NWA CBD is my favorite wrestling show. Sabanite, it's the first King of the Mountain match tonight, as we're talking about. This is it, number 97. Any facts you want to throw in, you just throw them in, my man. Throw them in the chat. This looked like a hot show, dude. So, all right, we'll talk. Let's jump in. J-Bump. All right. They kick off the show with an earlier today, Team Canada arriving, D'Amore hyping up the team. It looks like it's just I only saw Roode and Petey in the cars. Was Eric with them? I didn't see Eric in there, but he was there.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's just I laughed so hard. This Scott D'Amore, he gets out.
The French Canadian voice. Yeah.
The whole hyper French thing. I'm like,
we're going to get those Americans, and yes, we're gonna take over the NWA right now. And like that total French Canadian English is great. Ronan's in the house. What's happening, Ronan?
The Jerry Lynn. We're gonna get the Jerry Lynn.
The Jerry Lynn. We're going to get the Jerry Lynn and teach the Jerry Lynn a lesson. What happened here? Matt Jackson. Oh, what is this? The CV. Oh, yeah. Jeff Samuel. I didn't know that. Oh, man, look at all this. Huh? All these people getting the CV, the panini, as Alicia calls it.
Panini.
The panini, as Alicia calls it.
It's very popular. I hear about 1 million new paninis today across the U.S. Very popular.
It's a light one though, huh, Jay? Like it's a light one. This the new panini. It's going through people quick. It's like White Castle. It just goes through you real quick, man. It's just boom.
Taco Bell at 3 a.m.
Hold my scarf.
Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been having the sniffles for a few days now, so I'm like, okay, do I go get tested? Do I just buy another box of Kleenex? You know, I just popped a few cold meds I had sitting in my counter. I'm like,
That's not, Jay Blunt.
that's not kind of that. Oh,
no, it's not. That was not. That was not.
That was a sneeze. Okay,
That was a sneeze.
Bless you.
Yes. Listen, I don't know. It might just pass, and you're like, oh, I never knew I had it. Which way?
Well,
did it
and
go?
that's the thing is,
Which
I'm
one's
so
Jay?
worried because I live with Tracy and Pops, and Pops is getting his radiation treatments, and I'm like, well, if I have it, then I'm effing up this whole thing. And I told him, I'm like, look, I'll wait it out a few days. If I get worse, I'll get tested because he's fine and Tracy's fine. So I'm like, and I've been, smooching on her, so but she's fine. So I don't know. I'm not like I'm gonna go hide in the closet.
Yeah, well, let's isolate. Just do a bunch of podcasts from your office there. Yeah, try that, J-Bone. Or get your pizzles.
I want my pizzles back.
I swear to God, I'm gonna beat this fly's ass. This thing is huge.
For all your pizzles needs, talk to Johnny Swinger of Impact Wrestling, the #1 source for pizzles and risettes. All right, let's jump in here.
All right.
Opening match, Team Canada, Petey Williams and Bobby Roode with Scott D'Amore, Coach D'Amore, taking on a combination team, J-Bone. Team Mexico's Heavy Metal and USA's Jerry Lynn. Jerry almost gets D'Amore at one point, but Eric Young comes in, hits him with the hockey stick. Team Canada gets the win, and USA comes on to make the save. So a little bit of a continuation of the X Cup guys, but nothing too crazy. Good fun match though. Very X Division-y match.
It was fun because this is really the slow rise of Team Canada, and we love all these guys. We love Scott D'Amore just being a hyper coach, whatever. The infancy of Bobby Roode in TNA. Petey Williams is just unfreaking believable. He's going toe to toe with it. Look, I don't know shit about heavy metal, but man, he's apparently quite the veteran here. He looks young, but he's got a lot of experience. Not as much as Jerry Lynn, but close. I think they were saying. I'd have to go look at this point, but damn, heavy metal is great.
Jay, do you get this reference? You know this movie this is from?
We say, shoot, fly, don't bother me. Shoot, fly, don't my friend Link. Love the movie. Yes, it's one of those things where the soundtrack was actually better than the movie.
Encino Man. Absolutely.
Thank you. I never would have remembered it, but I'm picturing
shoot, fly,
Polysore.
Don't bother me.
Because you belong to my friend Link.
A great movie. I love that movie. For Radmobile. All right. Scott. Oh, where's my bell? God damn it. Here we go. Scott Hudson in the back with a King of the Mountain explanation, breaking down the rules. Chris Harris joins him, talks about the match. Then we go, dude, sleeper match of the show. Sonny, Siaki, and Monty Brown. This was a sleeper hit, man. They had great fucking chemistry. They brawled all over the place.
Totally.
I loved it. I love this match.
I thought this was gonna be a squish, like Siaki making about 2 seconds. Total squish. And it was refs' discretion. Very lenient here. Refs' discretion. Because they spent like half the match outside the ring just trying to get him back in the ring. They were over here, they were over there.
Yeah.
It was great. It really was. And it was refreshing to see this Siaki because he wasn't cocky Siaki. No. He was out there. It was like he was hungry again.
Dude, I loved it. I thought he looked good. Monty and him there's chemistry here that I'm like, man, why didn't these two kick it off earlier? I loved it. Pounce to win it. I thought fun, man. Fun shit.
Monty Brown at one point he gets knocked out of the ring and he tries like 3 or 4 times to get back in the ring and Siaki's just knocking the crap out of him. And Monty Brown gets pissed. He starts throwing shit. He goes outside the ring, and he's just sitting out there, and he's like, he's looking at him. He's doing all this.
I love who he does. I love what Monty does his whole like. He's like zooming the camera. The NYCs come down, go Birdie and Swinger come in, attack us. Siaki with a coconut and like palm leaves and shit. Irish Pack comes down trying to make a save. Trinity gets involved, tips the favor a little bit. Desire gets in there and shits on. They stand victorious. Now we know that the next day in Orlando they taped the new match, so that's where that was leading. Now it's kind of a bummer if you're in Nashville and they set up this match in Nashville, you didn't get this match. Orlando got the payoff. So they are feeding Orlando with Nashville officially.
It's interesting.
It's interesting, right? So
it makes me, we can discuss this more off air, but let us know in the chat because we're open for discussions, suggestions, whatever. I feel like we should be I feel like we should be reviewing the next one that airs 2 days later.
Should we review it on this show, or we should review it the previous one on the next episode of Throwback? Like, how should we do it? Should we weigh it here, or should we weigh it on the other one?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Should we be?
I don't know how quick. It's a 1 hour show, right?
Yeah, but it's like 45 minutes and it's quick. I mean, it's a quick watch.
It is.
Now we can add it to our rep. We can add it.
We haven't added anything in a while.
We can add it. I don't know. Let's talk about Mark. I'd like to keep doing throwbacks, dude. So I'd like to not do these while I'm out. But if you guys want to do Orlando next week and the week after while I'm out, that's fine. Like, do the next two Orlandos. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do that. Do the next two Orlando episodes while in place of Nashville. That'd be interesting.
Or do Orlando.
Oh, okay. That's what he meant.
Something else. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Okay, cool. Do that. Dude, let's do that. Mark can take those on. Okay. Why don't you guys do that next week? And I think that'd be great. Thank you, Mark. Where is that playing? Where's that playing?
Here.
Thank you, Betty White. Rest in peace, Betty White. Well, where's that playing? Is that on your end, J-Bone?
No, that's not. No.
Come on. Where's the hell's that playing?
That's you, dude. That's all you.
I'm not playing it. We don't have it in our sound bank. Where's that playing? Is Mark behind the scenes playing this? I mean, I wanted to thank Mark for covering while I'm out. Thank you, Betty White, for playing. Thank you, Betty White. We miss you. We love you.
Betty's haunting the show.
But I know the words to the song too. That's crazy.
I know. Thank you for being a friend, and that's about it.
Mark, are you behind the scenes playing this one? Or is that playing? It's gotta be Kalon. Where's Kalon? Where's this playing? J-Bo, this is totally you playing this.
This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.
The ghost of Betty White. I do have these in my drawer here, though. Like, I got these for the nurse got me. Look what she got me for Christmas. It's not quite Betty White, but she got me Blanche's Southern Charm mints. Look at that.
What in the world?
It's after a night of whoring, like Blanche would do. You know, Blanche was the whore.
She was quite the what do they call those? Loosey goosey? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's after a night of whoring, you need a couple of mints. You know, you don't go home with a whore mouth.
Oh.
Damn, Mark, I would be, man. I need to rethink my life as I turn 40 here. Maybe 50. I gotta fucking. Maybe things have to change. The ghost of Betty White. We love you, baby.
No more straight edge for you.
What am I? You know, I was thinking to myself, like, what am I saving? I was talking to my mom yesterday. I was like, what are we saving ourselves for here, Ma?
Right.
You know, you die anyway. What the hell? What did I save? What did I benefit just to go around and say never done anything? And I had people go, no shit. I always thought you were fucking river. You know, that's it. What did I do it for? The fucking G's. You know, come on, man. Mark's like, join the dark side. It's time. It's time. All right. Let's keep going. But this was a good sleeper hit of the show. Siaki and Monty Brown. Definitely
beautiful match.
I really recommend this one.
Period.
Scott Hudson with AJ Styles talking the King of the Mountain strategy, but Raven walks right in and says, I'll tell you what my strategy is. The strategy is you eliminate your opponents before they make it to the ring. And then he starts beating the shit out of AJ Styles, and they brawl. Great strategy. Raven, again, peak, best run of his career, in my opinion. Jay, Mark and I talk about Raven a lot, like late nights, like when he'll like sneak away from bed, like from Hot Wife, and he'll like call me on the porch, and he knows I'm up, like he knows I'm up late. And he'll be like, hey, man, listen, I know it's like 3 a.m., but listen, I was just thinking about Raven. And I'm like, this isn't weird at all. And he's like, it's like, no, I couldn't sleep, right? So
it's not weird at all.
He's like, I was thinking about Raven. And like, I was thinking about how like, that was like the best run of his career in 2003, like even better than ECW. What do you think? And I'm like, I agree with you, Mark. I'm like, you got fucked in the title. You're like, totally got fucked in the title. Let's tweet Jeff Jarrett right now and call him a fucking asshole for that. And I'm like, no, let's not do that. Let's resist on doing that, but let's keep talking about Raven's run.
Who booked this?
Mayor with the line of 2022 from Trent. You die anyway. This is true. This is true. All right. I'm fired up today, boys. Fired up today, big time.
He is.
Kaz and Sanjay and / Red video package about tell you how they got to the X Division title match. And Jay, I'm gonna let you lead this one here. The X Division title match. Your boy Kazarian.
This is I love Kaz as like a young Kaz, like
coolest guy in the room.
It's exciting for me because he's in such good shape now, and we get to go back and look at his inception into this brand, and watch him evolve with it. And he's facing off with Amazing Red here. Amazing Red gets so fired up during this match, he actually whips off his I don't know what they call it, the headband, whatever.
The beanie or whatever or like the do-rag, whatever he wears.
The do-rag. And he gets fired up, and Kaz comes off with the win here. But man, the back and forth in this match.
The crowd, Jay, the crowd. They were ready for a fucking title change here, man.
I don't know what they were chanting half the time, but they were hot.
It sounded like "Let's Go Red," but
could be.
This was a great. I mean, I really thought they were going to give it to Red. It was prime for Red, but Kaz wins. Great match, though. I'll tell you what I noticed in this match here, J-Bone. TNA. It wasn't until 35 minutes into the show during this match that they first mentioned Florida. He didn't mention it until 35 minutes into the show and during this match, which shocked me.
Yeah, they mentioned it twice, and they put the Impact thing at the bottom. Yeah,
but he mentioned it at 35 minutes in, which was shocking. Then they kept rolling with it for the rest of the show, but it took them a while to get to it. Little thing about Kaz, he was in San Fran while I was, and we were texting, and he was sitting right for at Metallica. I was on this side of the stage. Imagine this is the stage. I was on this side. He was on this side, and I saw that he was in San. I go, "Hey man, are you here?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What section are you?" And we were literally across from each other. I'm like, "Fuck, the show's starting." And I was like, "Is Tracy with you?" And so I was like, he's like, "No, just here with a couple of the guys." And I was like, shit. I'm like, I'll come see it. Then when the show just started, I was like, fuck. I'm like, all right, I'll try to catch you after. But it was like a madhouse. Didn't get to see him. I said, I'll see you in Chicago, hopefully, when you're here in a month. So I'll try to catch him. Yeah, but Kaz was there, man.
Did you say in a month?
They're here in a month. Yeah, for Dynamite.
Oh.
But I will try to meet up with him day before, day after. I don't know. Whatever. Day or afternoon of.
Well, let me know when you're doing that. I'll swim down to Chi-Town.
Hey, Kaz, my buddy J-Bone. Jay, can you give J-Bone a ticket to your Dynamite show? He'd be like, no. Get out of here. He's like, we need the sales. Tony does not give free tickets. to people named Jay Bone. Yeah, we'll see what I can do, Jambo. We'll talk. We'll talk to Kaz. He's a good guy. He's a fellow bass player too.
Nice.
But Kaz retains on this one, and then they go to Scott Hudson with D-Ray 3000, who's Bill's favorite jobber. D-Ray. And this is an interesting question.
Who in the blue hell is D-Ray 3000, and why don't I remember him?
Oh, you don't remember D-Ray? Oh, come on. So D-Ray becomes like the jobber to the stars in Orlando. Like Bill loves D-Ray 3000.
Oh my God.
He's there. He is totally stoned out of his mind. He's confused. He has a gut check coming up. He doesn't know who his opponent is. And he's like, I don't know why I'm gonna do this gut check, man. David Young's the goddamn loser around here. Shit, I'm fucking not me. I don't know, man. Fuck. He's like, whoever it is gonna feel the fro tonight. And then he starts walking off, and Scott Hudson's like, oh, D-Ray, this way.
Scott Hudson's reaction to he's like, excuse me, what? He said, feel the fro. And when he said it so kind of mumbly like, I thought he said fear the fro.
Yeah.
But then sure enough, there's a dude with a sign or whatever.
Sabanite with the sign.
So it was either a sign or it said it like right, they show the entrance screen, whatever. It just says feel the fro, whatever it was, either or. I'm like, oh, it's feel the fro. It's not fear the fro. I'm like, fear the fro would have been a lot more like, ooh, why should we fear the fro? What's up with this guy? Feel the fro. Abyss is not the smartest guy. He's, we all fear Abyss, but he's not the smartest guy because he actually
a veteran. It's a veteran talking about.
I know.
I look like a young boy to you?
Not exactly. Let me explain. So at one point, beginning of the match, D-Ray is like, dude, what? How did I pull this card? I got Abyss? Really?
Yeah.
This is my gut check?
So yeah, that is the match for anybody. That's where they go right to is D-Ray versus it's Abyss. But anyway, go on, Jim.
Abyss goes up to him slowly. D-Ray's like cowering in the corner, like, I'm dead. I'm so dead they're gonna have to bury me twice. Abyss. What line is that? What movie is that?
I don't know. What line is that?
Trivia. We'll see if anybody gets it.
Ooh.
I know some.
It was not Sabanite with the sign, by the way. It's not him.
If anybody gets it, it's probably going to be Zach, but we'll see if anybody gets it. Anyways, so Abyss goes up to D-Ray and he starts feeling his fro. He literally feeling the fro. He's like touching his hair. Yeah, he's like, oh, what is? It's like black cotton candy. He's like all excited or something.
He's like, such
it's
beautiful
hilarious.
hair.
I'm like,
such beautiful hair.
I thought maybe Abyss was gonna come out like watch him come out the next week with a giant fro, like everything just
Abyss's hair was kind of froey, How about this? The guy who did make that sign you're referring to was the guy who got Sabanite trained. Well, there you go, Jay
nice. There you go.
So there it is. But he gets killed. Black Gold Slam. D-Ray's dead.
Oh yeah.
But Goldie's at ringside with a briefcase full of money, and it's Watts' money apparently. Watts comes in, attacks Abyss, and he faces off with Goldie. Stops her from taking the money. Security comes in, takes Watts out of there. Russo comes in, directs him out, and they cut. Now this is where things got a little interesting here. Now, for a second, just to set up the next spot here. They go to Scott Hudson with James Storm and Dusty Rhodes talking about the tag title match, and then they cut back with Russo and Watts outside. Now this is where I'm digging the storyline now. I'm liking this now. So they're in the back. They're outside. It's wild. Mm-hmm. The security's there. And Russo's like, just Eric, get out of here. Go home to your wife. Go home to Georgie. And he's like, don't you use her name. Don't ever say her name. He's like, just give me the money. I'll hold the money. He's like, you can trust me. Give me the money. I'll take care of it. He's like, go home to your wife. He's like, what? He's like, you should not have brought her name up. Should not have brought her name up. And then Goldie comes out and was like, yeah, Eric, go back to your wife. Yeah, go to your wife. And then they pull him out. Russo says, here, just take the money and go. And she takes the money and that's it. And like, she leaves. And I'm like,
well, she says something in the exit of all that before they switch scenes.
What they say?
She says something to the effect of, oh, because he tells her to come to his office or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then she says something to the effect of, oh, like she knows something, like she's got some kind of scoop for him, some kind of news, some kind of update on all this or something. So it's like, I was like, oh, so this is where this is going. Because I'm like, wait, why is she carrying all this money out here? And why is Eric trying to steal it? Why is Russo trying to take the money from Eric? And why did Russo give it to her? I'm like, man, there's some goofy, shady shit going on here.
Some weird, shady shit, dude. Some weird, shady shit going on here, man.
All right, so from the trivia earlier when I dropped that, I'm so dead they're gonna have to bury me twice.
Yeah,
Corey Haim.
What movie?
License to Drive.
Ah, nice. Who got it? Nobody got
it. Nobody was getting it, so I put it out there.
All right, License to Drive.
Great movie.
Where are we at? Oh, now we go to the tag title match. NWA Tag Team Titles. Kid Kash and Dallas, the champions, taking on James Storm and Dusty Rhodes. Crowd, J-Bone, is on fire for this match. They wanted the title change on this one, big time.
They did. Oh my god.
What happened? No,
number one, the promo in the back before this match, Dusty. Yeah. I can't even repeat any of it because it was so just like out. Well, here's the outland. We'll throw out the outlandish. It was it was so over the top. James Storm not even spitting a word out. His facial expressions trying not to corpse while Dusty's doing his promo. Like what the hell are you talking about? Dusty was just going on and on. Finally, it's like, all right, can we go? Can we go now? All right. So this is, and then the match was okay. The
crowd was just hot. The crowd, like you could tell the crowd wanted to see it. Like, man, they actually gonna put a belt on Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And
then it took forever to get this match going. And it just didn't live up to the hype. The crowd was hot, yeah, but it was so slow and moving. I mean, I think they walked around the ring like 5 times for like 10 minutes before they actually started doing shit. So I was like, this was just a waste of time. It was fun, but it was a waste of time.
But you really didn't need, I mean, they just love the Dusty charisma, man. They just love that Dusty charisma, dude. They did not need anything else. I feel like that crowd was just like, we're fine. We love seeing Dusty Rhodes out here, just doing his thing, just being Dusty Rhodes. That they just like to be him being Dusty, man. They were just all about Dusty Rhodes, and on the.
He is a lot of fun. Yeah,
I mean it's Dusty. He's charisma in a can. I mean, like the guy's it's unbelievable. But no, good shit. It was a good match. The Dallas nails Storm with the lead pipe again. He pins him. They retain, so that was over. But he was it was just the crowd was so fucking into this one. Because I think they were, and I was too. I was curious. I'm like, man, would they give Dusty a belt? Because it would be interesting to see Dusty get a title run in 2004.
And he said it was like 20 years since he had the tag titles back in '84 or whatever.
74, I think he said, with Manny Fernandez. He was last.
No, it was 84.
84?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they kept saying 20 years.
I thought he said. I thought he was saying 74. I was like, damn, it's a long time. But no, good shit. Just a fun thing is all around Dusty. We got a Scott Hudson with Jeff Jarrett talking to King of the Mountain, but AJ attacks him, Raven attacks him, hyping up the King of the Mountain. A lot of threading throughout the show, which I loved.
Yeah.
I love when you thread a story throughout the show. That's how you build a story, man. You thread it, continuously thread it throughout the show. That's the only way it works. Yes. Go to Don West and Mike TNA. Jay, mustard on mustard is what I wrote down. What do you think it was?
I wrote down Dusty Gold.
Dusty Gold. not Dusty Rhodes, Dusty Gold. I want mustard. All right, it's about, we're in the realm. We're in the realm here.
It's like a shiny gray poupon.
Yeah. We got a Scott Hudson again. Bill would have been going nuts with this one. All the Scott Hudsoning on this.
Go break the damn bell.
Talking the King of the Mountain with 3 Live Crew. They have reiterated that 3 Live Crew, if they interfere, they're fired. So it's got to be truth. Oh, and only truth. And nothing but the truth. So help you, Conan. And then that's it. We go right to the King of the Mountain. This is it. Now, this was a long match. I think it was at least, J-Bo, a half hour. At least.
No, it was 20 minutes.
I was totally wrong.
10 minutes. Well, it felt like a half an hour because entrances and announcements were 10 minutes.
So the match itself was only 10?
No, the match itself was 20.
Okay.
But they were out there 10 minutes before with the entrances and announcements from JB. Yeah. That beginning part took forever.
So it was definitely 10 minutes of it. So it's 30 minutes of segment time.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Got it. Yeah, definitely. There was definitely 30 minutes that they were out there with this one.
Yeah.
I didn't write down particularities on elimination or timeouts and cage times. I don't know if you did. I didn't think it was important to do that.
No, it just took a while. Raven and Jeff Jarrett were the last ones to get, what's the word they used? They're allowed to go up the ladder.
To qualify to go
qualify.
Up.
Yeah. They were the last ones to qualify. One of the heated rivalries of the last 2 years on this show. And Raven and Jarrett, for a brief period, about 5 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it was, they're actually working together here. And it was just like, and just listening to TNA and West, like, what the hell's going on here? What is happening? So, yeah, it was funny.
So let me reiterate the rules for everybody on this. 5 competitors in the match start out as ineligible to win. To become eligible, a wrestler must score a pinfall or submission on any opponent. The opponent who submits or is pinned is forced to spend 2 minutes in the penalty box cage. More than one wrestler can be in the cage. This often results in wrestlers fighting in the cage or forming an alliance of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
Once eligible, the wrestler may win the match by retrieving the match's prize, usually a championship belt, and hang it on the hook, suspended above the ring with the aid of ladders. An official maintains possession of the belt and circles the ring, staying out of the action as much as possible. When a wrestler wishes to hang the belt, he must retrieve it from the official. Once the belt is in play, any other wrestler who is eligible may attempt to steal the belt and hang it. Once the belt has been dropped and no wrestler is attempting to hang it, the referee returns the belt to the official. The matchup is similar to the more common ladder match, which has the belt suspended above the ring, and the winner is the one who retrieves it with the use of the ladder. The King of the Mountain match is considered backwards in nature to the ladder match, as the competitors attempt to hang the belt instead of retrieving it. Let's see. As of 2016, Jeff Jarrett has won the most King of the Mountain matches with 3, winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship twice in the process. Samoa Joe is the only wrestler to retain, while Suicide, Eric Young, and Bram are the only wrestlers to retain a championship in the match. Suicide retained the X Division, while Eric Young and Bram retained the King of the Mountain championship. Samoa Joe's
freaking Bram.
Bram. Crazy, right? Crazy gimmick, though, saving night. No question about it. It's definitely, I got to give it to him for the creativity. It's definitely something like, how do you cook this fucking thing up? I give it to Russo for cooking this up. Like, coming up with this is an interesting, just to come up with the different eligibilities and the rules. It's different. It's something out of the box.
Right.
Nobody's coming up with this shit nowadays, Nobody's even trying to nowadays. Now it's just, here's a match. Here's another match. Here's a guy with a regular name having a match. Seth Rollins having a match. Daniel Bryan having a match. Regular name guy match. It's just everybody's a regular name. No one's got a gimmick name anymore. And they're just having matches. Fake wrestling matches all the time.
But they're good matches.
but they're just matches all the time. Give me some gimmicks, J-Bone. I love gimmicks like this. This shit's fun.
Once in a while, yeah. It's definitely fun. This is I mean, I've seen a few King of the Mountain matches before. This is the first one they've ever had, and I felt this was just amazing.
The fly swatter on a pole match, J-Bone.
Yeah, that's more for like late night kinky stuff that I don't want to get into on here.
Mrs. J-Bone, hold on. Like,
first one to get the fly swatter. Oof, you're gonna get it. Oh,
Wish I'd thought of that.
Right. But yeah, so Jeff Jarrett wins this one, and one thing that was great about this one is they made you feel like sometimes matches with gimmicks, nothing comes off right. And you know who's going to retain. And there's no mystery to it.
Yeah.
This was good because it made you feel like any one of these 5 guys climbing a ladder, just beating the holy hell out of each other, could have won. Oh, and one thing I forgot about this that was a nice reminder was Falls Count Anywhere.
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely Falls Count Anywhere. But I tell you, I still feel this was a missed opportunity again to make somebody else. Another Jarrett win was like, oh my God.
Well, I kind of knew or had a feeling he was going to win just because, okay, you're going to TV in a few days. Jeff Jarrett's got to be the big heel champ or whatever going into this new set. And they did the same thing for Spike.
Yes.
Yeah, when he took it off.
Yes. You're
was
right.
it Raven?
Yep, you're right. He took out Raven at a house show.
Yeah, and it was America's Most Wanted turned heel and helped him. Yeah. So, move of this match, I got to give props to AJ. I mean, everybody gave 110%. Everybody did crazy, insane moves. You know, ladders crashing, tables, shots, everything. AJ Styles springboards off the top rope over the cage and hits everybody on the ramp. Unfreaking believable. And then there was another spot where he fell. He was on the ladder, and I forget who pushed him, probably Raven or Truth or something. Somebody pushed the ladder. He fell between the top rope and the cage and crashed down on the hardest part of the ring.
It looked
sick.
Brutal.
Like he didn't move for like forever. And just watching that, I was like,
it looked brutal. It looked brutal.
But it was so brutal in these moves. But like I said, everybody gave 150% in this match. So much fun. It was so much fun. I didn't even care who won at the end. Like Jarrett won, and I was like, hey, all these guys freaking died out there.
I gotta say, they all looked like they had a blast doing it in terms of like they all just were like, it's a new match. Let's make some history. And I mean, they went all out, and the crowd looked fucking into it, man. Sabanite's sitting here saying he's like, it's definitely hard to remember the rules live. We never felt like Jarrett wasn't going to win, though. That was never really in question. Yeah. That's a bummer to think like there's no way this guy's not winning. But you know what? You're right. They did the same thing for Spike. Jarrett was not going to go to TV, not champion. They had to move it to Jarrett, and he had to get it on himself. They did it with Spike also. I don't like that. Sucks because I think you could have made it. I mean, from a business standpoint, it's the same reason they do it today. To this day, they do things like that. You know, with Jericho with AEW title, it had to be done that way too. They had to go to TNT with the most recognizable name they had at that time. As much as I'd love to see Chris Harris, Jeff Jarrett just came off a several-year television run in the biggest companies in the world. So I get it. I just feel like, damn, man, like we did not get a fucking Harris run in the Asylum after that crowd made him. You know, Saban, I can speak to this, and he has. The crowd made him. Like, it took the wind out of their sails, and he never got it. You know, and Raven, too. Raven got screwed, too. You did not need 2 Truth runs. You did not need 2 AJ runs. You could have just let them be belted once apiece and flex those other 2 to Harris and Raven. Make a couple more careers.
Yeah, it's all about building that homegrown talent.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, this is where I remember this stretch. He says Styles goes nuts from here till the end of the national run. Unmatched work. This is, I remember, a absolute crazy. Like, this is where AJ just, this is it. He's the guy. He's the future of the company. Hey, Saban, I'm going to ask you this. Will you join us for the last episode, 111, just to close the whole fucker out? Will you join us for that? I think that'd be great to have Saban and I just join us and just put a stamp, or as they put a bow on the whole thing.
I want to know if you went to any of the Orlando shows.
He talked about it. I don't think, did he? I don't remember. He said something about this.
I don't remember. And
he's in Florida now, right? He told us. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm forgetting. But Jay, if you'll join us, man, I'd love to have you join us at the end at 111. But very interesting match. There's been a total of 12 King of the Mountain matches in TNA Impact Wrestling history. The last one, there's not been a King of the Mountains since May 3rd, 2016. So it's been a long time. It's time. It's Vader time. So it's been a long time. Out of 12 of them, 2 of them have been for the X Division title. Mostly they take place at Slammiversary. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 have taken place on TV. This is the only one to take place on a Wednesday pay-per-view. The rest of them Slammiversaries, and then, like I said, weekly television, and then and that's it, man. So interesting, very interesting stuff. The King of the Mountain, but cool. He's gonna try to make it. So let's plan for that 111. I'll let you know the exact date. I'll calculate what week.
When we get closer, we'll reach out.
Yeah, for sure. But that's it, guys. That is 97, the debut of the King of the Mountain. I'll give him this. Jarrett runs with that moniker. That becomes his title. I had a Jeff Jarrett King of the Mountain TNA t-shirt. Still got it in the closet. I remember my buddy ripping on me. I went to a AAW show early on. He's like, man, I'm not the one showing up here with a fucking Jeff Jarrett t-shirt. And I'm like, fuck you, guy. You know, he showed up to an indie show, the Jeff Jarrett t-shirt. I'm like, yeah, kiss my grits, whatever. But
and it's interesting because now he's really putting himself out there again in GCW. It's like, man, something's going on with him. He's free. He's getting like a last run. It's interesting.
Yeah. Like Mark is saying, guys, please, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button on the video. Hit that like real quick. Don't forget to sub to the page if you haven't already. Twitch users, if you got Amazon Prime, you get a free sub per month. But don't waste it. Use it on us. Hit that sub.
Oh, and also. It's a New Year's special. I don't know how long this goes, but gifting a sub for others on Twitch is 20% off right now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. 20% off. So get that. Mayor, why do I still have my Christmas tree up? It just happened. I leave it on through January. This is not odd. This is not odd.
We still have ours up because my Tracy's son and his wife have not come over for Christmas yet. They caught COVID right before Christmas.
And also Orthodox Christmas is like tomorrow, right? Like, yeah. So Orthodox, like Serbian Christmas and stuff.
Dude,
like
I haven't seen a dentist in a while. I'm not into the whole.
Get the hell out of here. No, listen, I'm not taking it. It just happened. Plus, you always leave it through New Year's, and today's the 4th. Give me a break. I at least take it down. I take it down like at end of January. I love the lights in here.
Right.
Look how nice my fucking tree looks. Man. I got a decked out tree. That's a beautiful tree.
It is.
Mark, you're right. It's very cozy. It's so cozy in here. Like that tree lights up. I have my couch right there and my TV, watching TV next to that tree light. It's so cool. I might leave this fucker up all year.
There you go.
And just deck it out with other shit,
That's what my wife said. She's like, yeah, for Valentine's Day, we could put some, Valentine's Day stuff.
There it is. I saw it. I just saw it.
I hit it.
I saw it on screen.
It went down. It's pretty cool.
Zach, you're right though. I mean, I live alone, dude. It's me and a fucking tree in here. That's about it. I can't catch a break, man. It's me and a tree and a bell. All right. But let's wrap it up, guys. That is number 97. Remember, I am out next week and the next after that. But Mark and Jay will do Orlando. Mark and Jay do Orlando. It sounds like a fucking terrible porno. But they're going to do Orlando.
My God.
Go ahead and do the next two. Do the next two, even though you'll be ahead of the other one. But you'll just do the next two. What the hell?
We'll either do the first one. Excuse me. We'll do the first one, and then maybe something else. Wait till you get back. We'll switch it up.
Yeah, do something else.
I don't want to do shit out of order. So we'll do something else. We'll do something else.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, do the next one, and then maybe you guys can do maybe you guys can do something else. Yeah, maybe some other throwback show or something. But yeah, you guys will figure it out. Maybe I'll even call in from Hawaii, and we'll figure it out too. It's 5 hours behind you though. It's or like 4 hours behind you. It's a wacky time difference. But
I know. Usually when we're done, and if I'm chatting with Paul's like, "All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna go eat dinner." It's like
midnight here.
Yeah, right.
But all right, guys. All right, for you, J-Bone.
Cocktail hour, brother.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. All right, guys. Listen, like I said, I'm out the next 2 weeks. Mark and Jay will pick up the slack and take care of a couple more shows, so you will always have your content. Don't forget, tomorrow, TNI UK is back for their first show of 2022. Thursday is the flagship watch along on Impact Access TV. Also, the flagship show, post-show review of Impact Access TV with J-Bone, Alicia, Bill, and whoever else wants to join. Don't forget, guys, patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. Patreon, bonus shows, all sorts of extra stuff, fun stuff there. What else? ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Spreadshirt.com. Spreadshirt. Search Total Nonstop Impact. The link tree.
All the links are in the description.
Sorry, links are in the description below. Spreadshirt. Tons of merch on the Spreadshirt. Go in there. Get it on there. Tons of stuff for TNI merch. Get that on there. All audio platforms, guys. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, and subscribe, please. If you can rate, you can now rate on Spotify. If you have Spotify, take 2 seconds, go on Spotify, rate the show. Also follow Hemi, please, while you're out there. My band Hemi, just type in Hemi in all caps. Look for the picture that's mine. There's another Hemi on there. It's a DJ. He's a fucking asshole. Look for my picture. Type in Hemi metal or whatever. Look for us. We'll come up. Type in Hemi, the final deletion. There's your Matt Hardy tie-in. Type in Hemi, the final deletion. We come up. We have a song called The Final Deletion. Look for us and follow us, but also follow TNI on Spotify, and you can rate you can rate podcasts on Spotify. So please do that, please. What else? But yeah, guys, join TNI UK.
Discord.
Yes. Discord, yes. Discord link is in the description below. It is the best place for all Impact Wrestling fans, guys. Seriously, it is like the best community you can ask for. It's no bullshit. It's not like Twitter. It's not toxic. Go check it out. Mark, I will try to definitely get that out to you, man. I promise I will absolutely get that out to you if I can. I have a hectic week, so I will absolutely do my best to get that out before I leave for the trip. But guys, links are all in the description below. Jump in. Discord is a great community. There's no bullshit on it.
Yeah, and it's not just 24/7 Impact Wrestling. There's a bunch of other chats. There's New Japan, Ring of Honor. If you watch WWE, there's WWE in there. There's miscellaneous. There's sports. Show off your artwork. And Mark does that all the time with Ronan. They trade stuff back and forth. Like, oh, this is what I'm working on. It's
Uncle Mark and Uncle Ronan.
It's a very healthy Discord. Yeah,
yes.
No bullshit.
Whose uncle is this?
All right, so let's keep going here. The Uncle Mark and Uncle Ronan show. They trade artwork. All right, so yeah, guys, please connect with us. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at We Talk Impact. We love to hear the feedback, so please connect. Let us know. I want to do. Do you guys like Twitter polls? What do you want us to do on Twitter? I think Twitter is getting a little. I noticed when I pose questions on Twitter, people seem to like it. They like controversial ones. Like I put the Tony Khan thing up, people fucking went bananas. I don't know about that one. So
he's a hot topic lately.
Well, I put it up there to see why he snubs Dixie Carter, and people went banana. So let me know what you guys like on Twitter and what you guys want to jump into. So, but guys, follow me at Trent Zuberi over on the Twitter as well. J-Bone, where can they follow you, man?
You can find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. Planning on getting back into the swing of things tomorrow night. Big night for AEW, so you can catch me over there. You can catch me on the Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. I barely post anything. I'm a nice, healthy little follow, and Smash's podcast is on there too. All sorts of other social formats, the Instaneck, the Facebotch, all that stuff.
Did you say nice?
Nice.
You saying you're a nice guy? Drinking beer and shooting a machine gun. Doesn't make a nice guy to me. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Please don't forget to like the video, sub to the page, and check out TNI UK tomorrow, noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern time, 6 p.m. UK time. They will be on Jumping with Joe, Bison, and Steve. They are going to kick off hot for their first show 2022. They ended big last year. Great shows last year. They really have to come into their own, guys. So please support the UK team. If you can't catch them live, watch a replay. Show them some love. But, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you as always. We love you. We'll talk to you Thursday. We'll be back with the U.S. team Thursday, and then family dinner on Sunday. But for the patrons, guys, have a great night. Thank you very much. See you later.